my dear students. You know that tenses tell us when something happened. And whenever you communicate in English, you use English tenses. The question here, are you using the correct tense? To answer this, today we are going to talk about past simple and past perfect. So let's start. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify past simple and past perfect. Number 2, write meaningful sentences using past simple and past perfect. In our lesson, we are going to answer the following questions. Question number 1, when do you use past simple and past perfect? Question number 2, how do we form past simple and past perfect? Question number 3, how do we form negative past perfect tense? And question number 4, when not to use past perfect. Let's start. Question number 1, when do we use past perfect and past simple? The past perfect, let's start with past perfect. The past perfect symbol is used to sequence events in the past to show which event happened first. Number B, when we look back from a certain time in the past to tell what had happened before, we use past perfect. We can use the past perfect to show the order of two past events. The past perfect shows the earlier one, and the past simple shows the later one. Let's see some examples here. Please concentrate. Example number 1. When the police arrived, the thief had escaped. Okay, if we look at this sentence, it doesn't matter in which order we say the two events. The following sentence have the same meaning. Concentrate. The thief had escaped when the police arrived. So, we change the order, but we have the same meaning. Note that if there is only a single event, we don't use the past perfect, even it happened a long time ago. Let's continue. Those are examples. Please concentrate with me to see the order. Example number 1, the music started when the curtain opens. Please concentrate that we have two past simple verbs here. Past simple plus past simple. The music started at the same time as the curtains open. Example number 2, the music had already started when the curtain opened. Past perfect simple plus past simple means that the music started and then the curtain opens, which means that an event happened before and the other event. Okay? Another example for past simple. When she came through the door, everyone shouted surprise, happy birthday. If we have two past simple verbs like this sentence, that means that those two actions happen at the same time, not one before the other. Another example here, when she had read all the greeting cards, she made a short thank you speech. In this sentence, if you concentrate, there's an action happened before the other. Which one happened before the other? Past perfect simple plus past simple. In this sentence exactly, she had finished reading the cards and after that, she made a speech. As you remember, when we talked about past simple last time, we said that we can have many keywords to tell us that we have to use past simple in this sentence. Like what? Like yesterday, ago, first, then, whatever. According to past perfect simple, we have also many different keywords to tell us to use this tense in this sentence. Like what? Like already, up to then, before that day, and after. So, be careful when you see them to use the correct tense. Let's continue. Now, I will ask myself this question. How to form past simple and past perfect? We talked about forming past simple tense, which is finished action in the past. We said that we use verb to, whether it's regular or irregular. regular verbs with ed and irregular verbs that we change the whole verb, like break, broke. According to past perfect, I need a helping verb in the past, which is had. Then perfect means that I have to use verb 3. Verb 3. So I have here, I had spoken. The question here, if I have a singular noun like she, will I use had? Yes, it is for singular and for plural. I will use had plus verb 3 or verb past participle. Okay, try your best to write a meaningful sentences using past perfect and past simple now. Can you do it? Yes, you can. Let's continue. Everything have exceptions. Also, adding ed to the verb to change it from the present to the past have exceptions. Like what? Imagine that we have a verb like love. Love ends with e. Do we have to add another e to change it to the past? No, we don't. We only have d to change it to the past. Another exceptional case is like what? After a shorter stressed vowel, the final consonant is doubled. That means if you have a vowel before the last letter, you have to double the last letter before adding ed. For example, admit, admitted. Number 3, for exceptional cases here, the final L is always doubled in British English, not in American English. Like what? Like travel, in the past tense of it, traveled. Yes, think of other examples if you can. The last one. After a consonant, final Y becomes I, but not after a vowel. Are you confused? No. Concentrate. I have 2 examples for you. I have worry and I have play. Concentrate with worry. Worry ends with Y and play ends with Y. But the first one has a consonant before the last one. And play has a vowel, which is A before the Y. If you have the vowel, you don't delete the Y, you just add ed. But if you have a consonant, you have to delete the Y, then add IED. Did you get it? I think yes. Concentrate. Let's continue. Okay, now how to make the past perfect negative? It's easy. To make it negative, I just want to add not after had. So then I will add the past participle. Let's see an example. We looked for the key, but the neighbors had not seen it. Did you see? The second one, I hadn't opened the door. Number 3, she hadn't gone home. Okay, concentrate. We add not after had, then we add the past participle to negate the sentences in the past perfect. Try to negate one sentence for me. At last, you will see when not to use the past perfect. We don't use past perfect when you are not trying to convey some sequence of events. For example, if your friend asked what you did after you discovered the gravity. Gravity is painting or drawing. They would be very confused if you said, I had cleaned it off the door. Why? Because they would likely be wondering what happened next. Because using the past perfect implies that your action of cleaning the door occurred before something, since we have before and later action in using past perfect tense. That in this case, you don't say what that something else happened. The something else doesn't always have to be mentioned, but context need to make it clear. In this case, there is no context, so the past perfect doesn't make any sense. So if you are not talking about 2 events, one of them happened before the other, just use past simple, don't use past perfect. Okay? Okay. Now you have a task. You have a worksheet. Read the exercises carefully, then try your best to do them in a correct way. Question number 1. Complete the sentences with past simple or past perfect tense. Number 1, I can't believe she, my sandwich, eat. Number 2, he, his homework, so he was allowed to eat with us, do. Number 3, I, of going to Italy before she suggested it, think. Number 4, we, all our water before we realized that wasn't any left, drink. Number 5, we, the test, when she told us there wasn't any time left, not start. You have to negate in this sentence. Okay, the next question. Read the sentences carefully and circle the correct options. Number 1, the robbers left or had left the bank when the policeman arrived. Number 2, by the time Rania went or had gone into the store, she got or had got socked. Number 3, Dareen saw or had seen this castle before she came or had come again last Sunday. Number 4, when my mother brought or had brought me an apple, I finished or had finished my homework. Number 5, I didn't think or hadn't thought of having a new house before I saw or had seen that advertisement on TV. Number 6, my uncle didn't try or hadn't tried Italian food before, went or had gone to that restaurant. My dear student, don't forget that tenses keep structure to the language. And if your structure is weak, your English will be weak. Also remember that failure is not an option here. Everyone has to succeed. So work hard, my dear student. See you soon.